Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We're out here with Arwen today, who is being cute and sunning herself because it's actually a really sunny, pretty day out today. And today I wanted to talk about actually buying your goat. So you've done all of your homework, you know what you're looking for, you know how to tell if a goat is healthy, how to tell if it'll make a good dairy goat. You've done all your homework. Now you actually have to go buy a goat. Well, the first thing to do is to contact sellers and breeders who have what you're looking for. Okay? Don't waste your time with people who don't have what you're looking for. If you're specifically looking for a fainting goat, don't waste your time with pygmy breeders. You know what you want, get what you want. So spend some time knowing exactly what you want to get and contact people who have what you want. Set up a time to view their animals and their setup. Ask for references, and you don't necessarily have to ask for references from the breeder. In today's world of being on the internet, you can join your local Facebook groups and you can ask people there. You can ask for, say I'm looking for registered fainting goats in my area. Find out who is breeding them, and often you'll get people chiming in with, oh, I bought goats from them, they're fantastic, or ooh, don't go with them. You can find out online these days. Join some of your local livestock pages, and you will find that you can really get a good sense of who has what you want and whether or not they are a decent place to get a goat. Once you've done that, go and look at the animals and the location. You want the location to be clean, safe, comfortable. Okay? So you want your goats to look happy, healthy, and maybe they're taking a nap in the mud. That's okay. Goats take naps in the mud. That's not a bad thing. So you want the goats should be happy, healthy, and friendly. Their feet should be trimmed nicely. Their food and water should be clean and plentiful. You want to talk to the seller. Does the seller seem honest and knowledgeable? So you don't want to deal with somebody who is not reliable. You want to make sure the person you're dealing with is decent. You want to ask to see any records regarding that goat. So, fair warning, if you're getting babies, there's not going to be much in the way of records other than maybe registration paperwork if you're buying a registered goat. But babies aren't going to have a lot of health records. Depending on the age, they may not even have any kind of worming record. They certainly won't have breeding or milk production records. But if you are buying an older goat, so if you're buying in a goat ready to breed or that has been bred before, or a milking goat that has been milked before, then you definitely want all of those records. You want health records, worming records, breeding records, milk production records. You want all of that stuff. Ask for it. If they can't provide it, I would consider going elsewhere, because decent breeders whose goats have mud on their face, yeah, but decent breeders keep track of these things. Okay, so a person selling you a goat that has been milked before will have a milk production log. Trust me, we keep these logs. Ask to see them, because once you buy the goat, those logs should go with you. If the goat is registered, you want to check the paperwork. Check the owner of record. And the reason that's important is if I'm buying a registered goat from Deborah, and the goat is not registered in Deborah's name, so maybe they didn't do the transfer of ownership when Deborah bought the goat, she can't legally sell me that goat. She can't legally transfer that goat into my name. So if I'm looking at registered goats for showing and breeding, I need to make sure I can register that goat in my name. So double check all of the paperwork. You need to read every bit of it. You want to check the registration description to make sure it describes the goat you're actually getting. And you want to double check the ID numbers that are tattooed on the goat, either in the ear or on the underside of the tail. Double check that those ID numbers match both the ear tag, if the goat has an ear tag, and the registration paperwork. You want to make sure you're getting the goat you're paying for. That is so important. You need the up-to-date certificate and all the up-to-date paperwork in order to properly register your goat. Even if the goat has mud on her face. Yeah, you have mud. Mwah, smooches. Mwah, smooches. So even if the goat has mud on her face, you still need the appropriate paperwork. So double check. Read over every bit of the registration paperwork. Make absolutely 100% sure that you are getting the goat you're paying for. It's not common, but it has been known to happen where you'll get the paperwork for one goat, but they're actually for a different goat. So double check. Make sure the description and the tattoos and the ID stuff all matches. It's really important. Taking a big nap. Just a big napping goat. I know, because you've been busy running around the yard with Shadowfax all day. They were out. I mean, she always is out. But Shadowfax was, also running around. So they were running around like crazy guys. Also just chicken with her head stuck in the fence. I gotta go save. Oh well, we'll go save the chicken. Oh, big stretches for the goat. Big stretches. So double check all your paperwork. Make sure you're getting the goat you paid for. Make sure the goats are happy, healthy, and clean. Don't pay registered prices for an unregistered animal. So if the paperwork is not going to be complete, or if the paperwork is not going to be able to be transferred to you because of whatever mistake was made before you ever got there, but for whatever reason, if you can't get that goat registered in your name, then you shouldn't be paying registered prices. That goat is effectively unregistered or unregisterable because it can't be transferred into your name. So do not pay the full price for a goat you can't register in your name, because it's no better than a grade goat, technically. If you're interested in showing or breeding and you can't register that goat, then you really should not pay full price. So just make absolutely sure all the paperwork is in order and that the seller has completed everything they need to complete. Typically, the seller has to complete the paperwork with you to transfer that goat into your name. Make sure that's done before you leave the property. Okay? Do not exchange money until that paperwork is in front of you and you guys are able to complete it together. Anyway, it is also okay to walk away. Okay, it's really important to know that it is all right for you to walk away if you're not feeling good about a purchase. So if you get there and you don't like the look of the goats, or if something feels off and weird, that's okay. Yeah. Gonna get up? She's like, no, I'm not getting up. I'm just gonna change position. Be a lazy bum. She's like, I don't want to get up. Yeah. Anyway, don't be afraid to walk away if you need to. It is okay to back away from a deal if the goat is not what was promised, or if you're not happy with the terms or the paperwork or whatever. It's okay to walk away. Anyway, that is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. We'll see you tomorrow.